everyone, so happy you took the time again to come over and watch a new video from Dyanne and me. For everyone who is new here, my name is Janny and I'm doing this channel together with my daughter-in-law Dyanne. And today it's already time because it is the second Tuesday of the month and it is time for our Sticky Tuesday, which we are hosting with the beautiful Kiki from Kiki's DIY. Of course, I will place a link down below for Kiki, her beautiful channel, so go check it out. And don't forget to watch the playlist. I also link down below in my description box. And I am so happy that a lot of beautiful creators are joining us. So go check everyone out, give them some love and subscribe to their channels. Like I always say, if you like our content and you like Dyanne and my channel, I hope you will consider subscribing if you like a little bit of chaos. So enough talking, let's jump into my DIY. So here you see what I will use for this very easy DIY. I need a couple of Easter eggs, some piece of twine or jute, just like you call it. I have two closures of thread, but I already have this one for years and years. So I will use two of them, two glass candle holders, and they already have been in any color you can think of, but they will change again. Some paint, this is the creamy color, and of course I will use some schoolboard paint, and maybe you call it chalk paint, some little wooden sticks, some greenery. Of course I will use more greenery than this, but some greenery, some two lids from an old jar, and of course my brush to paint. So this is what I will use for this easy DIY. And now we're going to try to make little topiaries. So we're going to see if this will work or not. So what I'm going to do first is, because I want the lids from an old jar on top of my candle holders, because I want to give them a little wider top. So I will do some glue, but I use another glue than my glue gun. So I use, I don't know if you call it, Pateks. I think it's, you can buy it anywhere, but the most of you use, I think, E6000, if I'm correct. So, but we have this one over here. So I am going to let it dry for a moment and then I will push it on top of my little lids. So it will give a top for my candle holder to build something up. So I'll be back in a moment and I'll show you then how that is looking like. Sorry. So while my paint is drying for my little candle holders, I did some wooden stick. Here in the Netherlands we call it also a toes. For putting things out of you. That's really a disgusting story. I'm sorry. I'm going to paint my Easter eggs. They are already very old, because I always say give it another paint coat and you can go take it for every year again. So you don't have to throw it away. I always like to reuse my decor. And I think it needs a couple of coats, but we will see about that. This is the white creamy chalk paint, and it's not really very thick, so you still can see through it. So I need a couple of layers, and you see already he is already getting another color, a nice creamy color. I'm doing it in a piece of oasis. And I let it dry for a moment, and I will do the rest of my Easter eggs and then I show you how they are looking like afterwards. So you see everything is drying right now. What I will going to do, I will also want to do two Easter eggs with some twine. At least going to try. I never did it on this plastic egg, so I am really curious if the glue from my glue gun is not too hot for the Easter eggs. Maybe they scramble away. You never know. So I'm going to try to start a little bit with some glue inside of my Easter egg. And then I'm going to place my rope inside of it. So I hope he will stick this way. So I have a little start of my rope, so I can start making some turns around. So I hope it will stay this way. And now I'm going to try to make a little round. We are going to see if this will work or not, but be careful for your hands, because my hands don't feel a lot. So, but if you have very sore hands, be careful for the, and I hope you can see it, I just do little pieces of glue, not a lot this time. I'm just going to try to work around so I get a little start. And just, you see, I just do a little bit of glue, not a lot. And just work against the line before it, because the Easter egg has already, of course, a different shape, of a more difficult shape than if you do a face or something else. So, and now I'm going to try to work away the threads of my rope. And I know for some people this can be very boring. I understand that. If it's too boring for you, just skip forward a little bit. But I just wanted to show for people who does like to know how a craft is going, because not everything, especially not with me, is going right the first time. So for me this is the first time, and I'm just working together with you to try to get an Easter egg with some rope or twine around it. So I just hope this will work out. I just always see it on Pinterest, and then it looks so easy. They just fold it over it and it always works. But most of the time when I try some crafts, it never does go right immediately. So, but I think there are a lot more than me who also suffer with the same thing. So this, you see already, now he's already starting to give a nice round. So I'm going a little bit further and then I show you how far I am. So you see, I already am almost there at the end of my Easter egg, and you see, I really thought it would be so difficult, but it is. When you try, just do a little. I think that's a little bit the key. Just don't do too much glue. Just little pieces of glue, and every time move forward a little bit more, and you will see it is very easy to do, and it gives a really nice look to your Easter egg. So I finish it off, and then I will show you both of them how they look like. But it is very easy to do. You just need some twine, an Easter egg, and some glue, and you are ready fit to go to make your own Easter eggs. So here you see already, I'm going to paint my candlesticks. Because a lot of things are already still drying and my glue gun need to be recharged. So I am going to paint this one. It is a little DIY, which is a little bit chaos like always. I'm going to paint everything in the black color, the black schoolboard color like you saw, and that will dry up very matte, with a matte touch, and I really love that. So I hope that this lid is drying, so I hope when I have it painted that it will stick in place, and then they are looking very nice. And I'm going to try to use them on my 3-tier tray, because it's always very difficult to find decor for your 3-tier trays, or 2, it's just what you have. So I'm going to try if this will work for Easter in my trays. So I will paint the rest of it and then we let it dry, and then I will be back with you. So what I'm also going to try, this is just a try because I never did it before. I saw someone doing some glue gun, some glue from your glue gun on top of your egg, and then they are making some little figures out of it. I may just make figures, but it's no has no meaning. But I'm just going to try and then paint it over, and if to look if it stays nice. So what I'm going to do is just make some little rounds with my glue gun, and you see already I am not totally straight, but it doesn't matter. It depends. It's just going to look if everything will work or not. But you see, I'm just making some figures, and it's really this is really no rhyme or reason what I'm doing, but we are going to look for how when you paint it, how everything will turn out. But you see, it does go wrong when you need to load up your glue stick again. So, but we are going to try to paint it, and then we are going to just, and now we have to let it dry, because before we can paint it. But I'm just want to take, because this is just an example, I just want to take a little bit more glue to make sure that you see the pattern through the paint. So that's why I'm going to do a little bit more. This is just an example, but I'm just saw it on Pinterest and I just needed to try something. So if it will work or not, and then later you can make a flower or something else. But for me it was just to look at if it will work or not. So you see already it is no it's not looking anything, but I'm just let it dry, and then we are going to paint it, and then I'm going to look like if you can see the pattern through it. So we will see. So now we're going to look if the glue is dried up. You see how he's turning out, and it's just a big mess with the glue. But I'm just curious how it will turn out if you do some paint on top of it, some chalk paint. So this is just an experiment for you, so you don't have to do the same mistakes like I do. So we're going to look how it looks like with some paint on it, and if it will look okay or not, and if it still looks like an Easter egg. And of course I need to do a couple of layers. You have to squeeze it a little bit in, because now you get everywhere some openings. But I really am curious how it will dry this one. And of course you can do, like I always say, you can do it in any color you like. Just do your own color for your decor. But I'm just trying something out. And it is Sticky Tuesday, so we can mess with glue. And everything in my videos is always a chaos, so this is no other video than normal. So I'm going to let this dry, and then we will see if it needs a second coat, and then I show you how he turns out. So you see, they turned out so nice, and only with a little bit of glue. What I'm going to try right now, because I want to have this egg laying just somewhere in my tier tray, I'm going to try to get, of course, a little piece of black ribbon, and I don't have black ribbon. So what did I do? I have my striped ribbon, I turned it inside out and just glue it together to make my own little bit of thicker black ribbon. So I'm going to try to push a little piece, so just make one loop and just try to get one piece inside of this egg, and then I will finish it off with a little bow. But first I'm going to try to get it inside of this hole, so this probably won't work, but we are just squeezing it in, and then I show you how it look like. So you see, I did one of them I already have inside of this egg. I just did with some scissors, I just pulled off these little sticks. And what I did do is just with some scissors, just make the hole a little bit bigger till you have the same measurement your ribbon is from, and then squeeze your ribbon inside of it and then glue it together. So, but you see how easy it is just to make your little hole a little bit bigger. So I did mine already this way. And what I'm going to do is just glue a little bow. I made a little bow from my ribbon. You know, a lot of you who follow me already for a long time knows I'm not a great bow maker. Most of the time I just fold a little piece of this way and a little piece this way. I will show it to you with a little example. Just fold it together, fold a little piece over here, just do some glue on top of it, just here, and just glue it together on the same stripes, because that's a little bit nicer to see. So pull away the pieces of glue, and now you see you have already a little bend. What you're going to try to do is just squeeze it together, and just with the same ribbon or with something else, you just do one over here, and just glue it on the back side, and then you will have your own little bow. This is the way most of the time I make my bows, because I'm not, like I said, I'm not a great bow maker. So I will glue then this little bow on top of it, and then I will finish it off with a little piece to give it also a little bit of the farmhouse touch. A little piece, the top of this little greenery, I just glue it on top of here. I show you when it's finished. So you see, these are the first two I made. It's just a try, because you know I never did it with some glue on top of the Easter eggs, and of course I made them out like you saw with a little bow and a little ribbon on top of here. Of course it's better if you have ribbon who is just black. It's easier to pull the inside of your Easter egg. And you see, just a simple easy bow and some little touches of greenery. It gives already a farmhouse feeling. I really love how it's turning out. Now we're going further with the eggs with the rope on them. We are going to finish them off on top of this little kloos. Hier in de Nederlands we noemen het een klosje. Een klosje garen. So now you learn also a little bit of Dutch. So I'm going to try to get the little Easter eggs on top of here. So we will see how that will work out. But these two I'm really happy for a first try. I'm really happy how they look like. So you see, I have here the little closure from the thread. What I'm going to do, I did some little white dot on top of it to measure out a little bit the middle. What I'm going to do is do some glue under my Easter egg. And it can be a little bit much, because you want to be sure that he is staying in place. So that's why I do a little bit more, and now hold him a little while so he can dry. At least I'm going to hope he will. He will dry. You never know with me. It can dry, it cannot dry. So you see, I have him a little bit. I need to work a little bit with it to get him a little bit straight. And I have him. Yes, he's now a little bit better. I see here I need take away a little bit of the parts of the, you see already, that's the, I always say that's the thing about working with glue and some glue gun is always, you have also much of the wires from the glue, but you just take it away. It's very easy to take away. What we're going to do right now, I'm also going to place this one on top of it too. So I have both of them finished. So I'm also going to try to get this one on top. I know it takes a little while to wait when the glue is dried. And then we are going to finish it off because I already love how this is looking like, but you don't want to see the glue. What I'm going to do, and give him also a little bit of the Farmhouse touch, I'm going to glue a little piece of my greenery around the Easter egg, so it gives a little bit more of a farmhouse feeling. So, but I think you already know how that will look like. So I do a little piece of glue over here and just pushing the greenery inside of here, and now I'm just working my way around it. Also a little bit of glue over here and just pushing a little bit in, so you get a little wreath. At least it looks like a wreath. I hope I did it on camera, because I'm seeing that I'm I'm totally over here. So, but I hope it will look okay. So now I'm going to do this one. I need to glue this part also, and I have to do it with a little scissor to work a little bit of the greenery inside of the Easter egg, so it will dry also here. So you see, if you just do with your scissor, just work it in between and just do a little bit of glue also here, and just do the next piece, just squeeze it a little bit in, and again just do some glue over here and just work with your scissor a little bit the piece inside, so the glue can stick to the greenery. And it doesn't have to be a lot, but just little touches. And now we miss a little piece, so we are going to do a little piece in between. So you see, this is a little bit how he is looking like. I already love how he's turned out. And of course you can do any greenery you want. You don't have to do this. You can do also some little pieces of hydrangea, white hydrangeas, or any other color, and you can still make it your own decor. But I really love the greenery, the neutral tones, so on a table or in some tray it will look great. So I will do the next one. So you see the two of them, they are finished right now, and what I'm going to do is, because I want to finish it off and give it a little bit more of the farmhouse style, so that's why I'm going to do a little bow over here, just a very simple bow, just with the other Easter eggs. I will glue this on top of it, and then they are totally finished. So I just do a little bit of glue on top of it. And you just saw how easy it is to make this simple and easy bows. I'm just going to look with where I have him, I like him the most. So I have him over here. So you see, I love how he's looking like. And especially because you have two of them, I always make things most of the time in pairs. So I always love 2, 4, 6, 8. That's a little bit my thing also when I'm buying decor. Most of the time I always do 2 sums or 4, just what you do, but only it is an even a number. So I'm going to do this one also, and you see, so easy, with almost nothing you can make such a nice decor. I'm always looking where I want to have him the most. I think over here. and just glue it together. And you see now you have two little Easter egg stands, yeah, just how you call it, but I think they turned out nice. So now we're going to do my homemade little easy cake stand from a little candle holder. So here I have my little stands, and of course I'm going to try to get two Easter eggs like I did over here on top of each other, just the way for a little bit idea of a topiary. So I'm going to have the other one, and these eggs, they have some foam inside, you see here, and I use this one because now I can pop them on top of each other. I will squeeze this one a little bit further in, and now we're going to try to get them in a little bit in the middle of the Easter egg, just pinch it over here, and just, you see, now we're hoping we get them in the middle. Just do a little piece of glue also in between before you squeeze them totally. And I am going to turn them around a little bit and hold them together until they dried, and squeeze them fast. At least I did, and I think that works the best. And now because I used a little bit a lot of glue, so it takes a little while that he's drying, but I think he's almost dried because the color is changing. So you see, and now you have your little topiary for on top of your little cake stand. So now I'm going to glue this on top of each other, and I will finish this off with a little piece of rope, you see here, because that's not always a great sight to see. So now I hope when I do this that it gives a little bit more a finishing touch. So I'm just doing a little bit of glue, not a lot, just lay your rope in between and just turn it around a couple of times so you get the finished you want. So I just turning around a couple of times, and now I'm cutting it off. And you see, everything is so easy what I'm doing. It is no difficulties at all. And just do with the scissor, you just lay your little piece of rope inside of the glue. And you see, now you have your finishing touch of your Easter eggs. And now I can place them on top of here. I will do first also this one with a little bit of rope. So I have both the same, because I'm going for two from each way. So just turn it around a couple of times the way you think you like it. And you can also use something else. You can use a piece of ribbon, just what you like. I'm just cutting it off again. And just work your way a little bit to the place you, and just do a little bit of glue, not a lot, and just lay your rope on top of the glue and remove the threads, of course. And you see, now you have the other one also, and on top of course we will give that also a decoration, but for now we are going to glue this on top of each other. So you see, they are glued now on top of the little homemade cake stand, because there are just some old lids from an old jar and a little candle holder. What we're going to do, because I want to give us a little bit of the, like I said with the other Easter eggs also, a little bit of the farmhouse touch. So I'm going to glue everywhere some piece of rounded to make a little wreath. around the little Easter egg, and I'm going to try not to do too much of glue. Just squeeze it inside, just keep it there for a moment, and then you are making your turn. Because so here, just do some pieces over here and just lay this one beside the other one. Just squeeze it inside, so you get, in a moment you will get a total wreath around it. But it is your own made wreath, because there's also a couple of pieces of greenery you also have in your stash probably. You don't have to buy anything if you don't have anything anymore. You have to, but for me, I always love to use old greenery. And most of the time I love to buy garlands, because garlands you can make so many greenery of. I always love garlands in clearance, and then I can use them for so many projects, and it's a lot cheaper than that you buy greenery on its own. So you see, I'm going to make this totally around, because this is it's taking too long for you. I'll show you when the wreath is totally done. So you see that the two little topiaries are finished. What I'm going to do right now, because also here, like I always do, I have things which are coming back together. So I am taking two little pieces of my stripe ribbon, and I'm going to glue two pieces on top of each other, just to make a little bit sideways, so a little bit this way, so you get a little fishtail. And of course remove the wires of your glue, because you don't want it on your piece. At least I don't, and most of the time, like you know, I'm always under my under my wires of my glue. So I'm going to squeeze them inside of here with some glue, and then you see how cute they are. I just place one of them. Of course you can do more around them if you like that more better, but I'm doing one piece this way, and I will do the other one, and then we have to finish off the top. And I'm really not sure how I will do the top of these two little Easter eggs, so I have to think about that for a moment. So you see, these two little topiaries are finished also. What I did right now is just a little bit of greenery on top of it. I'm not totally satisfied, but I have to think about it, what I will do on top of it. For this moment, I will do the little pieces of greenery. They are looking great, but I don't know if I leave it this way. But you see also two of the same little topiaries, and I'm very happy how they turned out. And you just saw how easy it is just to make two of your own. I think you already have something laying around in your stash or in your trash. Everything you can use, but it's very easy to make. I hope you just take a little bit of inspiration from this, and you see, even if it's the first time, you still can make something beautiful. Now in a moment I show you how everything is looking like. So here you see when they are totally finished, and I am so happy how all three of them turned out. I am looking forward to switching up my home to the spring and Easter season. I did them on the blackboard so you can see it a little bit better. I am so happy. These are the two with the old candle holders, and just from a lid I made a little cake stand out of it. And I am so happy how these two also turned out. Now the two with the twines and the little closure of thread. I am so happy how they are looking like also. And you saw how easy it is to make your Easter eggs with some twine on it, because it was also my first time, and it is great and easy to do. So don't worry, just do it, you won't be sorry. And here are the two Easter eggs. I was just try with some glue on top of my Easter eggs, and they really turned out so nice. You just can lay them somewhere in your decor, and they are very much fun to make. So I just hope, like I always say, just hope that you take a little bit of inspiration with you and just saw how easy all the crafts are. So just take something out of your home and just make something of it. And I hope we would love to see everything you make, if you make something. And of course, maybe you can email it to us and then we can use it on our community tab if you are feeling comfortable. Difficult word for a Dutch lady. Comfortable to it. So I hope you will send it to us. But if you don't, it's also fine. We just hope you just have fun. So, but I'm happy how mine turned out. You will see them back in my spring and Easter decor. So this was my DIY. I hope you enjoyed watching, and like I always say, if you see me by now, you made it to the end. Thank you so much for that. And of course, Kiki, thank you so much for hosting this every second Tuesday of each month. So if you are a creator and you are watching this and you're thinking, maybe this is something for me, just join us the next month. Every second Tuesday of each month, we have a new one again. So everyone who is joined us this month, thank you so much also for that. And everyone who is watching and you like a little bit of chaos in my videos, and Dyanne videos is most of the time a little bit of chaos, but a lot of fun. If you like this content, I hope you will consider subscribing to our channel also. Enough talking. We wish you all a beautiful, beautiful day. Stay safe, take care of yourself and take care of each other. And we hope to see you in a new video. Love from Dyanne and me. Bye everyone.